มสาระความรู้ก่อนใครได้ที่ RSU Wisdom TV ทางระบบทีวีดาวเทียมหรือผ่านแอปพลิเคชัน RSU Wisdom TV ดาวน์โหลดแอปพลิเคชันได้ที่ Google Play และ App Store
Welcome back to the program. You're watching ASEAN Challenge, and on to the ASEAN interview. We have an interesting topic today about migrants, in which, of course, might face an uncertainty in their future within Indonesia.
Let's go check it out. Migrants stranded on the coast of Indonesia face an uncertain future as they could be pushed back into sea by authorities after failing to embark the boat. Migrants found on the coast of Indonesia face an uncertain future as authorities are slowly pushing their boat back into the waters. This is according to an activist Friday. The boat carrying 44 Sri Lankan migrants, including at least 9 children and many women, limped into the shore of the west coast of Indonesia's Aceh province nearly a week ago after they said their boat engine had malfunctioned. The international director of non-government organization called the Jutanyoy Foundation, Lilian Fan, told Reuters, in her own words, even though assurances had been given since 2 days ago by the vice president, instruction was given that they should be allowed to disembark. The latest I heard from my team on the ground is that they're still indeed on the boat in Aceh and that the boat is slowly actually being pushed out by heavy equipment. An attempt by some to jump off the boat to seek refuge on the land on Thursday ended in chaos, with a warning shot being fired by police. Kneeling on the shore, the asylum seekers spoke briefly with officials before they were whisked back onto the green, rusty boat.
Since the shooting incident yesterday, when the women jumped off the boat and a shot was fired into the air by a policeman, since that incident, most agencies have actually been pushed back behind a police line, so they can't get very close to the boat. But from what they can tell, the boat's still there. Refugees are still on the boat. Very little access has been given to international organizations.
Indonesian authorities have been providing medical aid, food and water for migrants, but denied their entry to the country because they say they have no proper documentation.
And we are not very encouraged by what we're seeing in terms of the lack of access that's been given, and we do appeal to the Indonesian government to grant full access, particularly to UNHCR, to be able to process those claims of asylum and to ensure actually that the conditions of these people on the boat can actually be addressed.
The Tamil migrants are believed to be fleeing from deteriorating conditions in northern Sri Lanka and were believed to be on their way to Australia. It's not the first time migrants have landed in Aceh. Hundreds of asylum seekers, mostly Rohingya from Myanmar and Bangladesh, were left adrift in the Andaman Sea last year. Indonesia has provided temporary shelter to over 1,000. Every year, hundreds of migrants attempt the perilous journey on rickety boats from various parts of Asia to seek asylum in Australia or Malaysia. Indonesia is seen as a transit country, but many migrants end up staying there for years because of tight immigration policies in the destined countries. Sri Lankan migrants shelter in makeshift tents on an Indonesian beach while local authorities organize their boat to be repaired. A group of migrants from Sri Lanka had waited in a temporary shelter on an Indonesian beach Saturday while local authorities went about fixing their stranded boat. The boat carrying 44 Sri Lankan migrants, including at least 9 children and many women, had limped onto the shore of the west coast of Aceh nearly a week ago, saying their boat had malfunctioned. A warning shot had been reportedly fired when the migrants tried to disembark. A Sri Lankan migrant, Artika, said she had been living in India for the past 26 years. She said Indonesia was not where the group had wanted to travel to. She spoke to Reuters from a makeshift camp, saying Sri Lankan people go to Australia for help, more than help. An Indonesian politician said authorities were trying to get the Sri Lankan government to decide their fate.
bekerjasama mungkin berkomunikasi dengan pemerintahan Sri Lanka ya untuk memikirkan nasib mereka, mendata ulang mereka, apakah mereka dikembalikan ke negara mereka ya atau seperti apa, karena tujuan mereka kan katanya mau mencari kerja atau mau pergi ke Australia.
And thank you very much for those insights. And that wraps up the show ASEAN Challenge this week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again very soon next week. For now, สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ